Hi guys, this is Hamilcar bringing you set 2 of the Winners League set between KTF and SKT T1. And this is going to be a game between Luxury, who won game 1 against Bisu in a very impressive performance, and Best, who is SKT1's other Protoss ace. Bisu going down very quickly to a great tech switch from Hydras into Mutas by Luxury and catching Bisu completely off guard. And Bisu, who's an excellent PvZ player, has some of the best PvZ of all time, famously dethroned Savior when Savior was at or near the height of his dominance. Bisu going down to some great Zerg play from Luxury. So now we'll see if Best can do any better. Best is also a very good, respectable PvZ player, known more for his PvP, which is just top-notch, close to unbeatable at times, but certainly good at his other matchups too. And we'll see how he fares and whether he can take down Luxury after Bisu failed. Like I said in the last game, the way this Winners League format works is that the winner of each game moves on and plays somebody else from the losing team. So one player could just sweep the entire set, so if Luxury wins the next 3 games, he'll take the set without anyone else from KTF having to play. Or it could go back and forth between the 2 teams, and we could see several players from each team over the course of the match. It's an interesting format. I know a lot of people are excited about it, and they're pausing the game for some reason. We'll see how long that persists. I don't know what the reason for it is, but showing some poster in the background. In any event, I know people have been very excited about it because it does produce a lot of very good, very exciting games. It gives the top players a lot of chances to play each other because teams don't have to play as much of their roster as they did under the traditional Pro League format. Usually, if, say, a set goes to 4 or 5, well, more likely 5 or 6 games, you might just see 3 players as opposed to 4 or 5 from each team. And it also means that you can see one player just get on a roll and demolish 4 opponents in a row. And so it's an interesting format. I'm not sure whether I prefer it over the earlier Pro League format just yet, but we'll see. It certainly has a lot of potential. And it looks like they've figured out whatever the problem is, and they're about to get back online. So hopefully this game should start up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yes. They've resumed the game, and this is going to be, I think this is Destination that they're playing on. It could be wrong, we'll see in a second, but Destination is a... I like it a lot. I think we've seen some good games on it. I think it's a little bit Protoss favored in this matchup, and I suppose that biases me a little bit since I'm a Protoss fan and like to see Protoss win, but I think it's not terribly imbalanced. I think we can see either player having a pretty good chance to emerge with a victory here. And yeah, it is Destination. Best setting up for standard Forge Fast Expand with a sort of recessed pylon so that he can probably put one of the cannons behind his Nexus and have a nice little narrow front door. I don't know. I don't know if that's Best whose face that is. I would assume it is. Meanwhile, 9 pool with gas going down for Luxury. So Luxury is going to go either just for quick speedlings or for some sort of very fast tech build. It's a 2-player map though, Destination, so the build does get scouted out pretty quickly, predictably. So Best will be able to respond, I think, fairly well. I don't know. I don't know what Luxury's planning to do with this. 3 lings are going to come out. So, or well, at least I'm assuming it could be a decoy. He could be just building drones there. But Luxury is forced to take it seriously, so he is planting down 2 cannons. Or, I'm sorry, Best is forced to take it seriously. He's planting down 2 cannons. And we'll see whether there's a quick layer or whether there's quick speed for the Zerglings, and that will dictate how much Luxury is committing to this early aggressive build. We actually aren't seeing gas being mined yet. Did the extractor go up? Yeah, Luxury. Oh no, Luxury is going to lose an Overlord. Big blow for Luxury early on. You can see Luxury's face. He knows he made a huge mistake there. Just out of the blue, Luxury setting himself significantly behind by losing that Overlord. Now he's going to be side blockaded for about 30 seconds while he gets another Overlord up. And this early in the game, that's just a killer. I don't know why Luxury wasn't more careful there. Sending out some lings, and he's planting down another hatchery. But I think that is a significant blow this early in the game. And that front door is going to be very, very hard to crack. He's not going to be able to do much with those slings. He's actually just fanning out to try to get some scouting in and make sure that, I guess, look for proxies or something. Or just try to intercept scouts. I'm not sure what those links are doing. But, at any rate, I think Luxury is a little bit behind because he did go for that low economy 9-pool build, didn't capitalize on it at all in terms of harassment, and then lost that Overlord on top of everything. So he's definitely going to be on the back foot at this point. Third cannon going down, and I think Best realizes that he's in the lead and realizes that Luxury might try to go for some sort of all-in Ling build or Hydra build or something immediately to compensate. Instead, though, Luxury is going to try to recoup the economic disadvantage that he's at by getting a third base down quickly at the 3 o'clock location. And some ridiculous person with a sign is doing something. I don't know what that was. Layer tech is now going down. And we'll see, this could be Mutas. We saw Mutas in the last game against Bisu, as I said. So, it'd be interesting to see whether that build is as successful against a player who has been able to get his Forge Fast Expand build going. Stargate going down now, so Best will have plenty of time to get Corsairs out and see what tech is going up for Luxury. But Luxury also has an Overlord going in, so he'll see the Cybernetics Core and Stargate for Best. Ling's guarding that ramp, and they're going to deny that scout, so Best is going to be in the dark until he gets the Corsairs out. Best is getting a second gas stand, though, so he's going to go into some sort of tech build. Either Sayer Reaver, Sayer DT, or just fast Templar and Archons. We'll see. My feeling is it'll probably be Templar tech because of that early gas, and yeah, it is going to be Templar tech. Citadel of Adjun going down now. The Reaver tech road is a little bit less gas intensive, especially because part of what you're spending your money on is shuttles, which are all minerals. So usually early second gas indicates Templar rather than Reavers in this sort of situation. Another hatch going down for Luxury, so 4 hatcheries I think, and Spire is going up. It could just be for Scourge, but it could be a Muta build too. I don't think Mutas will be tremendously successful here, but well, it depends on whether Best keeps producing those Corsairs. He only has 1 out now, and I think he'll want to have a couple more out by the time Mutas do show up, if that's what's coming. More hatcheries going down now, so I'd expect this actually to be a Hydra build, and I think that will be a Hydra down. It's going down next to the spawning pool. So yeah, Spire is just for Scourge, and it's going to be 5 hatch Hydras from Luxury, and he's been able to largely recoup his economic disadvantage by getting that third base up and running. So game's more or less reset now, and that is the advantage the Zerg has in this sort of situation. The Forge Fast Expand build is good for defense and macro, but it doesn't allow you to take advantage of those windows of vulnerability like when Luxury was double expanding, because it's about 5 or 6 minutes before you really have any forces on the ground to press out with, and even then they're relatively weak for another few minutes. Sunken going down to prevent any ground push, but it doesn't look like Best is getting ready to push out anytime soon. Gateway is going down, so he's going to just start macroing up now. And, oh, a couple of DTs out. So that's what he's doing with that Templar Archives. But not enough Corsairs to chase away the Overlords. This is the same thing BC did last game. Went for DTs after he had stopped pumping Corsairs, and I just don't see what chance that has of being successful. I mean, you really need some way to combat the detection. You can see Luxury's ready for it. 2 drones going down, so slightly effective for us. Oh, and Best is going to run in. Oh, Best doesn't get through. It does kill probably 5 drones there, 5 or 6 drones at that 3rd base. So, slightly effective, probably about an even exchange for those 2 DTs, but not tremendously effective, and now Luxury's going to be very well prepared for any further attempt at DT harass.